Hey everybody, welcome back to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com and for another installment of Questions and Coffee with David. This is where I get up bright and early in the morning and answer all the questions that have come in over the last few days to try to help you guys, all my faithful followers, make better music in your home studio. So before we get to this week's question, if you want any of your questions answered in an upcoming segment of Questions and Coffee with David, please send them in to info@homerecordingmadeeasy.com. That's info@homerecordingmadeeasy.com, and I'll be sure to feature your question in an upcoming segment. So now, before we get to this week's first question, if you could do me a favor, hit that subscribe button if you like what you see in this video, and please share these videos with others, people that may have not heard of Home Recording Made Easy. It helps me out tremendously, and I so appreciate it. Also, go out to facebook.com/homerecordingmadeeasy and follow me there. I always have content on Facebook that isn't always a part of YouTube, and for more tips, tricks, concepts, and training around all aspects of home recording, mixing and mastering, plugin reviews, gear demos, etc., head out to homerecordingmadeeasy.com. Check out the Quick Mix series, the Made Easy series, the blog, the vlog. It'll all help you make better music in your home studio, I promise. So now let's get to this first week's question number one. Okay, question number one comes in from Brian, and Brian writes in, "Hey there, let me first give credit where it's due. Absolutely love your videos. I can't tell you how much I've learned by watching them. Nicely done, top to bottom." Well, thanks so much, Brian. I really do appreciate the compliment, and I'm glad the videos are helping you. I was wondering if you could help me out with a quick question. I saw you use a plugin in one of your videos for kick drums. I always said I was going to buy it when the time was right. Now that time has arrived. I can't for the life of me remember the name of it or the manufacturer. It's basically a small plugin that enhances the kick drum punch and can also be used on bass guitar. I remember you saying in one of your videos, for like $50, $60, I'd buy it all day long. Any chance you remember what it was? Well, yes, Brian, I still use this plugin all the time. It is my favorite plugin for kick drum. It's like the instant great kick drum sound. It is by a plugin company called Plugin Mix, and the name of the product, or the name of the plugin, is the Clarisonic, and I'll put an image above my shoulder here in a second. Yeah, it's like a $50 or $60 plugin. And I believe if you go out to their Facebook page, Plugin Mix, and if you like their Facebook page, I think they'll give you a coupon to get one free plugin on their website. At least that's what it used to be, and that's how I got it. I didn't pay for this particular plugin. I have a couple of their plugins that are really good, but the plugin that you're looking for is the Clarisonic. It's by Plugin Mix. Excellent on kick drums. I've used it on bass guitar a little bit too, and it's great, but I usually use it on a kick drum, and you could take any kick drum, no matter how bad it sounds, and it instantly makes that kick drum sound 10 times better. So the Clarisonic by Plugin Mix is the plugin name and manufacturer. So thanks for writing in. Now let's get on to question number two. Okay, question number two comes from another subscriber of mine named Brian as well, and he writes in, "Hey Dave, first off, I'd like to say thanks for your videos. They are extremely helpful. I was just wondering what your thoughts were on the faderport 8. I have a Studio 192 as my interface, so I really don't have a need to go to a Studio Live mixer and wait for them to integrate the DAW control. I would be okay with having to bank over to different channels. Thanks again for all your videos and for your time. Regards, Brian." Well, thanks, Brian, again for writing in. He's referring to, for people who don't know, the PreSonus faderport 8, which is the new faderport surface control with 8 faders, and also the Studio 192 is a PreSonus product as well. It's just an 8-channel rack-mounted, straight-up audio interface. Great interface, by the way. So my thoughts on the faderport 8. Okay, in your particular situation, Brian, you said you don't mind banking over and you don't really need a Studio Live 32 mixer. Plus, right now, the Studio Live Series 3 mixers don't control Studio One anyway, which is a little disappointing, but I hear the firmware update's coming soon. Hopefully it's coming soon. It's the reason why I bought the mixer. But anyhow, so if you don't have a need for that and you're okay with banking over, meaning that you only have 8 faders. So if you have, say, 40 channels in your session, there's a bank button that'll let you go from the first group of 8 channels to the second group of 8 channels to the third group, etc., etc. Then I would say the faderport 8 is great. I actually had one in my studio for about a week or so when I used it. I didn't personally like the way it fit into my workflow. It was the casing was real big and bulky, and because I still needed to use a mouse and a keyboard, it just didn't seem to really work for me. And the faderport 8, you can do so much with that thing. It's fantastic. But to me, it was a little too fantastic, meaning it had so much you had to do in it that just to do the most simplest things, you had to constantly bank over and go through different menus and stuff. And I know it's probably not that complicated. If you want to see a killer demo on the faderport 8, go over to Johnny Geib's YouTube channel, The Home Studio Trainer. Check him out if you don't know who he is. He did like a 3-part video series on the faderport 8, and he really did a great job. And you'll be able to see all the great things you can do on it. I think it's a great product for if it fits into your workflow. For me personally, I wouldn't want just simply 8 faders and have to bank over. I wanted a 32-channel full-on console. That's what I got with the Studio Live Series 332. Hopefully soon it's going to control Studio One. If it doesn't, anytime in the near future, there are other mixers out there that do just that. And there may be a swap happening in my studio in the future. But before you start leaving all the comments, all my Studio One followers, I'm not giving up on the Studio Live yet. I knew it was going to be a few months. I'm hoping by the end of this year, 2017, it will control Studio One. If it doesn't, and if that update doesn't look like it's coming anytime in the near future, then I will probably be doing a swap, and I will find the Surface Control with 32 faders that do what I needed to do. But I've talked to a lot of reliable sources that are close to PreSonus, and I'm being assured that it is being worked on. It will come out. We just have to be patient. So that's my answer, Brian. I think the faderport 8 is great if it fits in your workflow. If you have no need to go to a big mixer, the Studio 192 is a fantastic interface, and the faderport 8 should work just fine. So thanks for writing in. Now let's get on over to question number 3. Okay, question number 3 comes from Bill, and Bill writes in, quick question, sir. Hey, sir, you don't have to call me sir. It makes me sound old. Call me Dave. I just purchased the WAV Audio J37 tape, and I was wondering if I can use it in an effects channel or a bus rather than on each individual track to save on CPU usage. I have downloaded the Slate Digital VTM demo, but I don't have an iLock, so it won't work. I've been using in its place a soft tube saturation knob, but even that seems to use quite a bit of processing power. I bought Studio One Pro back in November 2016, and your Mixing Made Easy series and YouTube videos have been amazingly helpful. Thank you for all your hard work at getting us newbies in the game. Bill. Well, thanks, Bill, for writing in. And I'm glad the Mixing Made Easy series and the beginner's guide that you're referring to on my YouTube channel for Studio One has been helping you. That's fantastic. For people who don't know what that is, on this YouTube channel, search my playlist, Studio One Beginner's Guide. I think there's 14 or 15 videos that'll take you from the very beginning. If you've never used Studio One or even opened up the program, how to install it, how to walk through it to get you the basic fundamentals. And there's going to be another Made Easy series coming in the very near future called PreSonus Studio One Artist Made Easy. So look out for that for all you artist series users. So anyway, your question is, can you use the J37 on a bus or an effects channel? Absolutely. If you have an older computer where CPU is an issue, then yes, you don't need to put the tape machine on every single track. You can put it on a bus. Let's say drums, for example. Put your drum bus, put your tape machine, your J37 by Waves, and then send all of your all your individual drum tracks to that bus, and you'll get that tape saturation. So that's, you can absolutely do that. Now, one other thing you want to check, though, you may have already done this, but just a tip, depending on your computer, also check to see how much memory or RAM you have in your computer, and if you can, upgrade the RAM and max it out in your computer. So whatever the max amount of memory you can put in that computer, I would put in, regardless if it's a Mac or PC, if it's a laptop, desktop, doesn't matter. Memory these days are really inexpensive in the big scheme of things. And that could help you as well. You may not have a CPU issue. However, if you have an older computer and you have like a dual-core or something like that, yes, you put those plugins across a lot of tracks and you're going to have all kinds of artifacts, clicks and pops, and your computer's going to bog down. The VTM by Slate, if you don't have an iLock, you can't use, as you said, but the VTM usually takes up very little CPU power. So unless you're trying to put 100 instances of that on your session, you really shouldn't have a problem. Again, unless you have a super old computer. So I hope that answers your question, Bill. If you have any other questions or you need some help with your computer, if you're not sure what your issue might be with your computer, if you want to reach out to me, I'll try to help you as well. Because you might be able to we may be able to do some things to help revitalize what you already have to help you with this problem. So I hope that answers your question. And that's it for this week's episode of Questions and Coffee with David. I hope you had your cup of coffee joining me for this week's set of questions. Again, if you want one of your questions answered in one of these videos, videos, send it to info@homerecordingmadeeasy.com. That's info@homerecordingmadeeasy.com. I will absolutely put it in a future questions and coffee video. It may take a couple of weeks as I'm getting dozens and dozens of questions a week, but I promise you it'll eventually make it into one of these videos. And once again, please hit that subscribe button. Please follow me on Facebook. It really does help me out tremendously. And lastly, for more tips, tricks, concepts, and training on all aspects of home recording, mixing, and mastering, plug-in reviews, gear reviews, and all that stuff, anything around your home studio, head out to homerecordingmadeeasy.com and check out all the free content that's there. And also be sure, if you're not already a member of my VIP email list, it's right on the homepage next to the intro video. Sign up for that. It's completely free. You don't get a bunch of spam. And what that's going to do for you, it's going to give you 5 free training products right off the bat, absolutely free. And then you're also going to qualify for special pricing on all my current and future Made Easy and Quick Mix Series products. So if you're really into what I do and you really like my training, get on the VIP email list, or you're going to save yourself a ton of money that way. So until the next time, this has been Dave with HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com, and I will speak to you guys all soon. Take care.